Now, Simon Amstell, what is you? Genuinely, I am a huge fan of Grandma's House. I think it's a really, really good sitcom. Really well written, really well performed. It's just, it's classy.
Well, thank you very much.
No, it's very,
very
there's
nice.
no question there. I'm just throwing it out
that's
there.
really lovely.
So in Grandma's House, you play a man called Simon Amstell, who's now living at his grandmother's house. And here's a clip from next week's episode, I believe. Series 2 is on now. It's on BBC 2 at 10 o'clock on Thursdays. And how autobiographical is it? I mean, would your mother, your grandmother, would they recognise themselves in the show?
My mother does. The mother is quite close to the mother.
Does she mind?
She really likes me being on television. And if that involves the entire deconstruction of her personality, that's fine.
Genuinely?
Yeah, I mean, she really likes this. She's very thrilled that I'm here. So I'm a bit nervous about coming on this show. I talked to my mum on the phone, and she says, "You have to perform." And I said, well, I just sort of try and be myself. She said, "No. You need to be Russell Brand."
She has ambition for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we must say also that you are on tour, Simon Amstell.
Yeah.
Tour Numb.
I'm a comedian.
Are you?
I'm very funny.
Don't hide your light under a bushel.
What are you saying? I haven't been.
I thought it was Russell Brand.
Well.
Numb, it starts tomorrow in Dublin.
Yeah.
This is true. Now, the publicity reads... No, do you know what the publicity reads?
I think so.
Yes. Intensely vulnerable and painfully honest.
That's a quote.
Oh, OK.
That's somebody saying that about me.
OK. Simon attempts... Simon attempts again to heal himself in public. Sounds quite dark.
Well, it is, I suppose. Yeah, it's about sort of not being able to cope with human interaction, I guess. It's, you know...
If only we'd known.
I think it's because, like, I didn't really drink. I don't drink alcohol.
At all?
No. And I think that's the problem, because it's a coping...
Have you ever drunk?
Well, when I was 16, and alcohol was first introduced to my peer group, I found it a bit alienating, and I said out loud, "This is ridiculous. We're children." And so I find it very, you know, it's difficult with new people. You know, I am, like, even though I do this sort of thing, I'm quite shy. Many performers are very shy. I'm sure on The Voice, people are shy.
Yeah.
Right. I thought I'd just bring you in. And so, because I don't have alcohol to cope, I sort of have language, so I end up saying, "Well, this is a fun party. This is fun, isn't it? This is fun. Oh, how long have you been together? You're a couple? How'd you keep the spark alive in your relationship?" And then they feel awkward and I can relax.
All right, well, brace yourself, because you're about to meet a new person. Yes.
Who?
It's time to meet my final guest. He's been warming up backstage. Let's bring him on for the last quarter. Please welcome Chelsea striker, Didier Drogba! Oh! Hello, sir! Oh. Julie, you want to shove down one. There you go, you just shuffle down a little bit. You sit there. Jessie, Didier, Simon, Didier. Oh, bonsoir, Didier.
Bonsoir.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, very
Thank
good.
you.
Because, of course, tomorrow is the FA Cup. It's a very important match.
Yeah, it's an important game, you know, it's a final and against Liverpool.
Yes.
I don't know.
By the way, can I just say to any Chelsea fans watching, this is pre-recorded, so as you're watching, Didier is in fact at home asleep resting. Are you at home asleep resting?
Of course I am.
Oh, you are. Now, the thing about you is extraordinary, because obviously soccer is huge in this country. Football is massive in this country. But I think there's only been, I think, 3 soccer players ever have been on the cover of American Vanity Fair. And you're one of them. There you are. You and Ronaldo there. Because, that, I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Julie's going, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You got your plaster of Paris with you.
Stop.
Because, I mean, that sort of recognition on a global scale
it is. It was for the World Cup 2010 in South Africa, and it was a special edition, and yeah, I think it was quite nice to be there.
Yeah.
Were you both there at the same time for that shoot?
Yes.
Was that a bit awkward?
It would be strange, like everybody was trying to show them.
Isn't it great that even really fit footballers have to do that? Don't do that.
But was it like, oh, nice pants? Thank you.
Now, obviously, you've been at Chelsea since 2004, so 8 years. Is that? Yes, it is 8
years, yeah.
And obviously, I'm sure you're very happy there. I'm sure you're going to be there for many, 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 many years. I'm sure you have no intention of leaving and going anywhere.
I love this club, you know, and you know, those last 8 years have been the best in my career, and I mean in my entire life, you know, and I'm happy in London, so I'm here.
Okay. Now, the bit of your story, because, you know, obviously you're a very famous and successful footballer, but the bit of your story that's extraordinary is just that way, particularly in an Olympic year, I think, where sport and football can really make a difference. Because in Britain, I think football can often be divisive, and, you know, obviously there'll be thousands of people delighted that you're on the show because they love Chelsea. There'll be other people less thrilled because you play for Chelsea and they're not so keen on Chelsea. But in your home country, you ended a civil war through sport and through your...
Yeah, I think...
That must have been quite a goal.
the best goal I've achieved in my life.
But tell us what happened in the Ivory Coast when... So, you qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, we qualified for the World Cup, and the country was was divided in 2, and there was a lot of tensions in the country, and the players decided to send a message to the politicians, and we went down on our knees and asked them to put the guns down and organize some elections, and I think this message was a good one, because after that we managed to organize elections and no war, and everybody was happy. And because in Africa we are like football is a religion, so when I have a chance to be in my position and send some messages, I do it, and I'm lucky that people can listen to me. Thank you.
And it's not just the message you're sending out, it's also you're doing a lot of work through fundraising, and you've got a foundation, the Didier Drogba Foundation.
Yes.
And this is you, I think, you're touring a hospital here. This is the hospital as it is now, is that correct?
Yeah. You will see that it's not the best for kids, you know, and especially I went to see a kid who had leukemia, and in this condition he couldn't survive, so we took him to Switzerland, trying to save him.
And you're building new hospitals there, new clinics?
Yeah, I want to build a new clinic, and I want to build 6 clinics in the whole country, so it's a big challenge. I'm giving back to my people.
You really are. I mean, and also you say football's a religion. You're the god. I mean, because they've got what have they got? They've got a Didier Drogba Rue. They've got a village called Drogba, a beer called Drogba. Is it true there's even a dance called Drogba Cité?
Yeah.
So is it based on your moves, Drogba Cité?
It's based on my moves on the pitch, you know, and everything is around football, so it's quite fun.